Hi everyone, my name is Rick and I welcome you back to my channel. Today I'm in the garden and I'm going to give you a garden walk. I'm going to show you some blooming Hoyas like this Hoya species Germany, and then I'm going to take you over to Sunken Gardens because on Sunday I'm going to be doing a Hoya sale. There's going to be lots of orchid vendors from all over Florida. It's going to be a great show, so I want to show you the park. So I wanted to give you a little garden walk before Sunday. Because on Sunday I'm going to be doing a Hoya sale amongst many orchid vendors and a Bromeliad vendor at Sunken Gardens, and later on in the video you'll see a little bit of Sunken Gardens and where I'm going to be at. So and I wanted also to download this video because A, I'm going to be at the sale on Sunday, so I'm not going to be able to shoot, and B, I think it would be nice if people could see Sunken Gardens and see where I was if they decide to go in to the orchid sale. So let me just take around the yard and show you what's going on. This morning, Thursday morning, it rained about an inch of rain. It came down really heavy and for about a couple hours, but it looks like it's clearing up a little bit, and it's fantastic because I don't have to water anything and the plants are just so happy. And this is AH74 in bloom. It has a couple other peduncles. Here's the foliage. It's a favorite of many. It's a great Hoya. And I haven't showed the 1015. It was blooming about 2 weeks ago and it's already setting more umbels. These are getting ready to open up soon, like maybe within a week. So, and it does this all summer, so it's a happy bloomer, and it's a little sun stressed here, but I think that's what makes it bloom constantly. It's actually growing. It put out a lot of new growth last year, so I'm pretty happy with it. And let's see back here, some orchids are popping out. The why not over there is looking really nice. And my Bromeliad here is looking a little spent. I think the flowers, here's an open flower, see if I can focus on there. And after that they kind of die back and you're left with these brackets for a couple of months, which is still attractive, but yeah, these can get about 3 feet long. It's quite a beautiful specimen plant, and the name for those interested is Viaceae simplex. And I never talk about my Hoya Schafferti. It's doing really well here. I cut back and share it with a lot of people, so I haven't gotten it to bloom too often, but seems to like it over there. Here's my Dark Lord, Philodendron Dark Lord, and like I said, it just rained quite a bit, and the occultata is doing really well. Enjoyed the rain. And this orchid, this Cattleya, just opened up, and it's pretty fragrant. Pretty happy with that. And I brought out my my Anthurium Viterifolium. It was in a greenhouse all winter, and it developed a seed pod, and I collected the seeds. I had about 100 seeds, and I have them all planted. I hopefully will have baby Anthuriums pretty soon. I'll keep you updated on those as well as they mature. I did not cross-pollinate them. I had other Anthuriums in the yard in bloom at the same time, so I have no idea if it's just a self or if it's a cross with something else. And here's the Verrucosum. It loves the rain. It's so delicate. It's so beautiful. I'll show you the back side of it. Really gorgeous. But it really likes super high humidity and moisture. So this is a perfect condition for it right now. It's about, I would say it's a drop down to 75 degrees. And I think the overnight lows are gonna be probably in the mid to lower 60s. So yeah, everything is very lush. The Phalaenopsis look good. And yeah, so I'm pretty happy. This is Hoya, Germany, Hoya species, Germany. Don't know much about it. I guess somebody went to Thailand and brought this Hoya back to Germany, and it became known as a Hoya species, Germany. The thing is, a lot of people thought it was, confuse it with Jennifer, but it's not. The flowers are totally different, and the leaves get way, way bigger. As you can see, this leaf is pretty big here, and I have a bigger one back here. It's like bigger than my hand. But most of the time the leaves are about this size. And it's a pretty easy Hoya to grow. It doesn't fuss too much. I don't think it's in the Philodendron complex, as a lot of people thought it was. But I will show you the flower. It's pretty unique. And it has a nice scent. And the pedicels are pretty. They're like a hot pink. So yeah, this is Hoya species, Germany. It's actually one of my favorite foliage plants because, as you can see, these leaves are pretty gorgeous. Over here in front of the house, I have this palm tree, and I just throw some plants out here that really don't require a lot of care. They do pretty well on their own. And a lot of times I'm surprised a lot of stuff just blooms naturally. This is Hoya species IML 1438 from Hat Som Pong, or Hat Som Pen. And this Hoya is probably related to the Hoya erythrostemas. It has really large coronas compared to the rest of the flower. And it's really, really a very easy, very pleasing Hoya to have. Yeah, Hoya IML 1438. And yeah, it basically over here just gets rained on, and no care. I didn't even fertilize it. It's been out here for a few years, and it blooms quite a bit. I also have some orchids out here. That's a Nobilis Dendrobium. It's kind of hanging upside down, and I kind of like the way that looks. And over here I have this orange looking, really pretty Phalaenopsis. And this is Hoya Henhaye Purple. It just opened up today. This morning I came out and checked on it. It's super, super gorgeous. I like how the corollas all are really close together, making it look a very tight umbel. And it's just a gorgeous flower on this. They don't last very long, but they do have a fragrance. They have a really nice, sweet fragrance. And it's just very gorgeous and very easy to photograph, as you can see. And an update on the Splashy Queen that I got as a gift. As you can see, I got one node about this, maybe not even a year ago. It was towards the end of summer. And it's growing quite well, and it's maintaining its splashiness. It's a very fun Hoya, and I just wanted to show you the new growth. It gets a little bit of morning sun. The new leaves, you can see they're going to be as splashy as well, and it has that nice pinkish tone to the elbow part of the leaf. So yeah, I'm surprised at how well it's done for me, and I'm also surprised that it has been consistently splashy. It might miss a leaf, for example here, but like I would say 90% of these leaves are pretty splashy. So very nice, happy to grow this Hoya. It's really special. So now let me show you the footage of that I shot yesterday at Sunken Gardens. Please stick around. It's a really special place if you haven't seen it before. It feels like a tropical oasis. Here we are at the parking lot of Sunken Gardens across the street. That is 4th Street there, St. Petersburg. There's an Outback Steakhouse and there's a Panera Bread. In front of the main building of Sunken Gardens is Carrabba's, and this is Great Explorations Children's Museum, and that is Sunken Gardens' main entrance right there. And here we are at Sunken Gardens. This is the main gate. That gate goes into the parking lot. Carrabba's is in front of this building, and this is their gift shop. This is on 4th Street in St. Petersburg, Florida. I'll give you more details in the description, but I just wanted to show you around the gardens and where I'm going to be setting up my sales tent. It's actually a big giant sales tent with a lot of orchid vendors and bromeliad vendors, and Carrabba's is going to be here. There's going to be wine and beer, so it's going to be a wonderful Sunday. So let me just show you a little bit around the garden. This garden is basically a city block that opened up in 1903 as a tourist attraction, like a roadside tourist attraction. So some of these plants, some of these tropical plants are the oldest in the area. So this is like a tropical oasis in the middle of a tropical city, St. Petersburg, Florida. So they have a lot of birds and flamingos and wonderful landscape features, as you can see, and I think over 50,000 tropical plants. And I will just take you around and show you some of them. I know I'm not going to cover the whole entire garden, but I just wanted to give you guys an idea how spectacular this place is. So this park is actually a few feet below street level, so these plants in the winter are somewhat protected if the temperatures drop down to freezing, which is a rarity, but it does happen here, you know, once every 20 years or so, the temperatures will drop down into freezing. So yeah, the landscaping is exquisite. They have all kinds of ponds, lots of palm trees, and like I said, all kinds of tropical landscape plants. Let me just show you some down here, and I'll show you the flamingos because that's my favorite part. You have some miniature bamboos. And some of the palm tree canopy is really quite spectacular. And it feels a lot cooler here than it is outside because of all this vegetation. And they have many areas of interest. For example, this little succulent garden. It's on beautiful aloes and agaves. This blue agave is actually taller than me. And they have stapelias there. Those have like really big star shaped flowers that really stink. And the giant ghost cactus back there, Forbia. And some petripodiums, aloe. So yeah, anyone familiar with St. Petersburg, Florida knows that it's really, really flat. And here I am at Sunken Gardens, and I think this is like 12 feet level from this upper part into the this lower part of the garden. You can see the travel palms there, and you can see that big white tent back there. That's where I'm going to be. I'll show you that later. But yeah, it's really a really interesting landscape here at Sunken Gardens. The best part of this place is that you feel like you're in an own secluded private garden. If you come here during a weekday, there's so many little nooks you can go to, and you can feel like you're all alone here at the park, and it's pretty special. Show you the tent I'm going to be at, and I'll actually show you the exact spot I was just told. In a giant koi pond here with some really big koi. I like to hang out by the waterfall. So here we are. This is usually used as a function wedding tent. It's pretty huge. I'm thinking it's about 70 feet by at least 50 feet, or maybe bigger than that. And there's gonna be, I think, like 6 orchid vendors in here. There's gonna be an orchid supply vendor, a bromeliad vendor, and I'm gonna be on this side here next to that entrance, and I'll be the Hoya vendor at this event on Sunday, March 10th. So you can see this is gonna be really hopping on Sunday. From what I hear, over 3,000 people came to the last event they had here. And here they have a vanilla orchid growing up this sweet almond tree or bush. See, it looks like the vanilla has bloomed. And that's a Bromeliad. It's a trumpet vine. You can see like they have the orange trumpets. Blooms practically all year. And over here, we call this here in St. Petersburg, it's pretty common to see. This is the bottle brush tree. And this is a tortoise habitat. And you can see it's hiding away, so leave it alone. And I think down here is the flamingo habitat. I think, because this place is so, some heliconias. This place is so filled with winding paths that it's kind of easy to get lost in. I think this is called a dragon tree. I'm not sure about that, but it's pretty huge. I'll show you how. Okay, I think I found the right ID for it. It's Madagascar screw pine. And here are the flamingos. They're my favorite bird to watch. They're super beautiful and relaxing, very communal. And this Bromeliad tree above it matching in the same color palette. It's quite a wonderful spot to be watching the flamingos. And this area here is the Oak Pavilion, and some of the orchid vendors will be here, and a whole bunch will be down with me in the wedding tent that I showed earlier. So it's going to be a great day. The weather's supposed to be in the mid-70s, dry and sunny. So Sunday will be exquisite here at the gardens. Please come by and see me and the orchid vendors. And I hope you subscribe to my channel. I really enjoy doing these videos. I have a deep love for tropical plants and Hoyas, so I upload a video every Sunday. This week was a little earlier because, like I said, I'm going to be here selling Hoyas. Please have a wonderful week, and please try and come and see me if you're in the area. Bye-bye.